Hey, what's up, guys? Doing another mock draft, 3-round mock draft, rounding out the AFC East with the only AFC East team that is currently not picking in the top 15 of the NFL draft. And that is the Buffalo Bills, who are one of the best teams in the NFL right now and look like a top Super Bowl contender. So it's always be interesting to see how we kind of attack the Bills with not that many holes in the roster right now.
Yeah, no, I think we have to really pinpoint what their weaknesses are, and certainly they don't need a quarterback, so that makes it easier, right? But no, I mean, the Bills, you're talking about a team with a lot of talent all over their team, but there's still holes to fill, I think, and I think there's still, any draft you go into, there's never a team without weakness, even though they're really balancing and playing well, so we got to find some things that can still make them better.
Yeah, as you can see right there, we have the PFF Mock Draft Simulator pulled up right now. If you want to draft for the Bills, your favorite team, or all 32 NFL teams, up to 7 rounds, of course, or full 7 rounds, I should say, because we have more than 300 players available in the Mock Draft Simulator right now. Trade players, trade picks, and let us know how you do with your mock draft. Let's go over the Bills, though, now, Dalton. We're not going to trade any picks here or any players. We're going to keep the roster the way it is right now. Number 30 overall right now. So, as you can see in the team needs on the Mock Draft Simulator, defensive tackle and linebacker. Tyleik Williams is available for us right now. That's a player I was kind of eyeing when we started this. Maybe TJ Sanders, another player as well. Is there anyone that really stands out to you, though, as a player you would love to see in Buffalo?
I think Tyleik Williams makes a lot of sense. I think the first thing that concerns me when I look at the Bills is their run defense. I think at defensive tackle and at linebacker, like you just mentioned, those are the two main spots. Now, I could get some edge defender depth here. I might be able to get that in the second or third round, too, behind, I think A.J. Epinesa is a free agent. Greg Rousseau's an absolute superstar, and Von Miller's getting a little older. He plays more on late, passing downs, things like that. But I think Tyleik Williams makes a lot of sense. You talk about a proven, for 3 years, he's been a terrific run stopper. He's that again, 9th in the Power 4 with an 83.5 run defense grade this season. I think it's a really good fit. You have enough pass rush. You have Rousseau, you have Miller, you have Ed Oliver, when he's on, is a good pass rusher. But Tyleik Williams really, I think, plugging gaps on the inside for this defense could be a really good asset.
Before we hit draft, is Walter Nolan still on the board?
He might be a couple spots further down. We have to check that.
That's the one. He is on the board.
So the question here,
because I like Walter Nolan a lot.
I know. And
I think I like him more than Tyleik.
So the question here is, I think, ceiling, floor, and risk reward. Nolan, correct me because you know these things better, number 1 recruit in the country that year.
Coming out of high school.
So here's the thing. With Nolan, we had kind of 2 years of average at A&M.
Yeah.
And then we have 1 great year at Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
With Williams, we've really had 3, at least in run defense, spectacular years. I think, is this a question of we think Nolan could be an elite player both ways, whereas Tyleik might just be an elite run defender? I think that's the question. Do you want to take the mini gamble?
Tyleik
I think
maybe higher floor. Nolan's got a much higher ceiling.
Because Nolan's second in the Power 4 behind Mason Graham in run defense grade. So you're probably getting a darn good run defender either way. But is there a little more risk with Nolan based on what we saw previously, or should we go with what he is now? Because I see the argument. I get it.
I do think the Nolan thing, you look at what A&M did with that recruiting class. None of the guys they brought in have developed. I think that's almost an A&M problem more than a Nolan problem.
That class, the greatest high school class ever, is all split up now.
They're all in the portal.
Shamar Stewart's the only one still there.
That's insane.
So, and your other thing is, and this is where the pass rush argument comes in, Nolan's got 30 pressures this year. Williams has 8.
Yeah.
Williams, if you want a surefire, I need a run defender, I might take Tyleik. But I get the all-around ceiling bit with Nolan. I'm cool either way. I think if pass rush potential and the ceiling is the tiebreaker there, then I get going with Nolan. We could go with it.
I'm more comfortable taking Walter Nolan in the first round than I am taking Tyleik Williams.
I could see that. Yeah. I could totally reason with that.
So all right, let's do Walter Nolan because it's going to the Buffalo Bills right there. I'm glad I remembered that before. But next pick we got here. All right, who's available? Chris Paul Jr. Do we double up on Ole Miss here?
We just have an Ole Miss draft for him? Man, that'd be fun. I'll tell you. Well, here's what I'll say. Chris Paul would be. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, I know they got some younger guys. Matt Milano's got a lot of injuries. The other guy I might think about there maybe is Sebastian Castro. Taron Johnson, he's still good, but he's not getting any younger. I think you could plug Castro into the slot. Or even, he's a guy, see, I wasn't a fan of the talk about moving Cooper DeJean to safety last year.
Yeah.
I could be convinced on Castro. I don't think he's quite the athlete that DeJean is. So I think Castro is also a guy that Sean McDermott might really like. And maybe as the successor, maybe not next year, but eventually in the slot to Taron Johnson, I think he could play a similar role.
So my vote would be to Paul, but since I took the over the first pick and I took Walter Nolan over Tyreek Williams, I'll let you decide on this one. I personally would go with Chris Paul because I think it fits a bigger need and it's a little bit higher in the big board, but how would you go here between Paul and
I'm going to
Castro?
stall for 5 seconds and look at some Bills grades and see where maybe we sit with Taron Johnson.
Okay.
Because that might be, because I think Castro could be an impact player. Because we saw DeJean go into the slot this year for the Eagles, and all of a sudden they're the best secondary in football. Iowa knows how to make these defensive backs ready for the NFL, right? And I think, Taron Johnson's still grading a 66.3 this year. Solid, and he's a veteran player, does a lot of good things for them. But, I could see it either way because the Bills at linebacker, they need a plan, and at slot corner, it's really that second layer of that defense, right? So I think you go about it either way.
Actually, wait a minute, Dalton. We just got to hope that so what do we think the Eagles will not take here? Because we have 60 and 62.
Oh.
So who do you think the Eagles are more likely to take, Chris Paul or Sebastian Castro? We can get both of them.
Between them, they're more likely to take Paul just in case like Zach Bond were to leave or something like that, because I think that's a short-term deal.
So let's take Paul here.
So we'll take Paul here first. I didn't realize we had 60 and 62. That's a luxury. Yeah, let's take Paul here.
And no, he was taken.
How? Howie Roseman. We should have known.
That is just brutal.
We should have known.
I can't believe the one.
We had a blueprint.
Oh my God, we thought we had it. I thought we gamed the
Howie
system
Roseman
there.
fooled us. He did it. He did it.
I'm so sorry.
I can't believe he did that to us.
That was supposed to be your pick too. I know you're Liddy Castro.
AI Howie Roseman is just as good as real Howie Roseman.
That was so brutal. What about
Oh,
I know you want like a slot defender. What about like a Kevin Winston Jr. though?
Winston makes sense. Can we scroll down a little bit just to see? I'm reeling right now emotionally. I'm hurt. That hurt me.
I can't believe it.
Virtual Howie Roseman just hurt me. Bad.
He loves his Iowa DBs, dude. That's what it is. You know that.
Oh, now he likes Iowa after 8 million years of taking Georgia guys. Now he's taking an Iowa guy every year.
Cooper DeJean was in his ear saying, "Hey, go get my guy."
Yeah, of course, because DeJean wants to play on the outside next year. Look at this.
Oh boy.
Anyway, okay. So, all right, let's think about this. For as much as I would love the fit of Xavier Restrepo too with the Bills, I think they're kind of set with Shakir in the slot.
Yeah.
Winston, Kevin Winston actually makes a lot of sense. I know they took Cole Bishop last year, but
I don't think taking Cole Bishop should preclude you from taking Kevin Winston.
No, you reel in talent. Sean McDermott loves safeties. I don't hate Kevin Winston there. Trying to think. We already went D-line. We have a linebacker, that's for sure.
We have him. Yeah, we got that.
That hurt me, man. That really hurt.
I do like Kevin Winston Jr. though. I don't think that's a bad call out. He's a versatile player. I don't think he can play in the slot, but he's like a versatile.
No, but he flies all over the place, and I think there's times he doesn't. It's not as big a ball hawk, but there's times even when he plays that curl flat area, you get kind of the Kevin Byard feel of like, man, this guy knows where he's supposed to be, and he's the best tackler in the country, and I think that's kind of a thing. I think that's a guy that McDermott could really mess around with, right? Because right now he's playing, I think, as his starters, DeMar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp right now at safety. So I think you could definitely upgrade there. Let's go with Kevin Winston, and let's see where that goes. I think I'm in on that. Let's get the safety that maybe I thought I was getting with Sebastian Castro, but virtual Howie Roseman had to go and ruin that. I appreciate that. But that's why the Eagles draft so well.
That's right. Yeah, they know what you want.
We got reverse psychology by a simulator.
I can't believe that happened.
Unreal.
But we doubled up on Ole Miss players with Walter Nolan and Chris Paul Jr. kind of beefing up that front seven of the defense and helping out the back of the defense with Kevin Winston Jr. playing safety for Buffalo. So let us know in the comments below what you think about this Buffalo Bills mock draft, whether or not you think you should have taken Sebastian Castro first and then hoping Chris Paul Jr. falls to you in the 6th.
I think it was Eli. Pick. I think Eli did it. He found a way to raise.
He screwed us. Yeah, he definitely screwed us. But that's what we got for that. And of course, please check out the PFF Mock Draft Simulator today to draft for the Buffalo Bills or your favorite team. Get sniped by virtual Howie Roseman like we just did as well. Or you can draft for all 32 NFL teams. So you don't have to worry about a virtual GM sniping one of the players that you want either. So check it out right now. Full 7 rounds if you want to do it. Trade players and trade picks as well. But that's what we got for the Buffalo Bills. And that wraps up our AFC East 3-round mock drafts. We'll see you guys very soon for our next division of mock drafts.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe the video. And if you don't have a PFF Plus subscription, you can get one to see all the premium stats that we talked about here on the show, plus the expert betting and fantasy advice over at subscribe.pff.com. The description is also right below, so if you are not a PFF Plus subscriber, you can become one today.